Welcome back to Gemstone Podcast. My name is Lance. I go by LP. I have Shy and Zach with me today. We're excited about today's episode. Please go follow our podcast on Spotify Anchor. Click follow. Also, go to our Instagram account at Gemstone Podcast. That is at Gemstone Podcast, and follow our Instagram account as well. So, guys, let's go ahead and get started with some topics, man. Today is Martin Luther King Day. And it also was a presidential inauguration. So this would have been Donald Trump who was the presidential elect. He won the college electoral vote and then the electoral vote. Now he's our president. He did his inauguration speech today, which I found very interesting. Now, one thing I want to point out is this: the location of where they had the ceremony. Now, normally it's outside at the White House or in that vicinity, and they do it outside with highly publicized and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The citizens can be involved, the people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But this one with his was a little different. They said due to extreme cold weather. Now they have cold weather all the time up there in Washington, D.C. It's been plenty of times where it's been cold. We done seen Beyonce up there singing with a trench coat on, a fur coat or whatever, and have her little scarf singing and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and everybody else doing the same thing. But this go around, they had it at the Capitol Hill, which is a Capitol Rotunda. Now, what I found interesting with this is the exact same place where millions or hundreds of Americans stormed the Capitol and stole federal property. That's one. Two, he gave some very key initiatives about policies and executive orders he's going to sign today. He said today, he got the job today and said he's going to sign new policy and new executive orders today. And he also said there's a national emergency for the border, the southern border. He said we have a national emergency in his speech due to the southern border. Okay, I'm getting all over the place because it was so much that was said. Let me get back on track. All right, first, let's get to these policies and these initiatives. He said America's going to be first again. He pledged to end government corruption, restore justice, and safeguard American borders by halting illegal immigrants and declaring cartels as terrorist organizations. Now, let's stop there. The Biden administration already had some type of app that they created where if you were an illegal immigrant and you were trying to obtain legitimacy or coming to this country legally, you go through the app. As of today, during Donald J. Trump's inauguration speech, that app was abolished. It was taken away. So no one who's an illegal immigrant or anyone who was trying to come to this country legally could do so. That's two. Okay, we talked about I already mentioned that, the national emergency of borders. And let's get on national emergency. He called a national emergency for borders. And Texas is one of the main pieces to that puzzle. Governor Greg Abbott was there. He gave big ups to Greg Abbott, gave great talking to him, gave him like a standing ovation speech, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Said he appreciated him, said he's a great governor, blah, 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 blah. I disagree. I cannot stand Greg Abbott, and I'm not going to say what I truly want to say just because of the platform which we had. Three, he talked about economic trade policies. He said the External Revenue Service is going to be changed. America will be back as number one when it comes to domestic industries, and we have to protect our domestic industry. Okay, that's very interesting. Then he talked about culture policy. He's going to remove federal mandates on diversity. He said he's going to remove federal mandates on diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's what he said. The president declared that the government will recognize only two genders, male and female, and announced plans to remove federal mandates on diversity, equity, and inclusion. These are executive orders he plans to sign today. Okay, foreign policy. We talked about foreign policy, right? Okay. But the one thing I didn't mention, he talked about the Panama Canal. He talked about the Panama Canal. He said America is not benefiting from the Panama Canal and that we're going to benefit again from it. And they're overcharging us for using something we gifted them. And he's going to flip it and charge them more for what we gifted. Then he also said he's going to rename the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. He said he's going to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. All right, man. He said all this today. These are 5 things. He mentioned a lot more too about federal policy, executive order. But what I want people to understand is that he's saying as of today, he is signing executive orders on these things. Now, two people that was at the inauguration when he spoke that I found very interesting. We talked about this previous in other podcasts. It was Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. These are two powerhouses when it comes to one is really big into tech and one's really big into social media. I want people to pay attention. Now, TikTok just got banned. Now, they're not banned no more. Now, the reason why TikTok was being banned is because TikTok is owned by China, some with China. And the American government is saying TikTok is being used to spy on governmental issues or governmental policies, whatever it may be. They're spying some type of way. Same thing, allegedly. So same thing, just like with Apple. Apple just had a lawsuit about eavesdropping on people's conversations and homes and things like that. Allegedly, same thing. They're saying TikTok is the same thing. He said he's going to reinstate TikTok, which he already did. So he's a man of his word. All these executive orders he signed. So my question to y'all, this group, is what do y'all think is to come after all this has been said on just the first day on the job? This is this man's first day on the job. I got a lot to say go for this, man.
Okay, well, let me give my thoughts. Okay, so first off, with the TikTok situation, that was a bunch of baloney. Because we know that's a bunch of baloney because TikTok don't even go down for a whole 24 hours. It pops back up, and the first message you see is we have worked it out with President Trump to revive TikTok in the United States. Basically, all hail President Trump. Mind you, another thing I don't like. They keep calling President Trump. He was not president until today. He was President-elect Trump. Okay? So y'all elect. But they were calling him, that was a ploy to the not minerals. That was a ploy to the millenniums and generations after us and generations before us to show us, wow, Trump wants us to have TikTok. That was a bunch of baloney. That conversation, that whole agreement was made prior to that. They just used that for that short amount of time to create a whole frenzy. People were in America crying, and I get it. I saw this lady. She makes about $30,000 a month on TikTok, and she was crying. She was losing her mind because her income was gone. But I mean, like I said, it was a bunch of baloney. Also, I saw his executive order that mandates that all federal employees must work on site. So, all you federal employees out there that work remotely or work hybrid, I don't know if each entity could, I don't know how they would do that, each government entity, but that man wants y'all all in office. So y'all ought to be pissed come tomorrow. Everybody that works in any federal agency, y'all should be really upset. The last thing I'ma say is I'm not gonna lie, his last election, to me, he did a lot of lying as far as, and I also saw, let me add this. I also saw the video where they shut the app down and all those people at the border were crying and they were upset. It was really sad. But to me, his last election, he really didn't do a lot of the stuff he said he was gonna do. He lied a lot. But this time around, he seemed like he's standing on business about certain things, and I wonder why though. Is it because he has the evil scientist in his pocket, which the evil scientist is Elon Musk? Is it because, and also the people that own TikTok, because clearly the owners are in bed with Trump because the first thing they do is post a thank you to Donald Trump. So my question is, a lot of the things he's initiating are pretty much scaling us back. Not my question, but my statement. A lot of things that he's initiating is really just scaling us back, like taking us back, even down to the only gender, one gender recognized, even down to it's a lot of things. And I honestly feel like, they might all be grinning and skinning right now. But one thing we know about the government, no matter if you're the president, don't matter if you the powers that be, once you rub them the wrong way, or once you do something that don't align with what they want you to do, we know what happens to you. And that's all I gotta say.
Sure. I did a lot of laughing doing my little introduction or brief introduction to the topic. But on a serious note, I would agree. I think his last election or the last time he was in the position of being the president of the United States, he played a lot. He did a lot of playing, a lot of, dick and pony show type type ordeal where he was just, being an entertainment. But this go round, it's as if he is, like you said, standing on business, so to speak. The things that he said he's going to sign executive orders on they're huge. I mean, the national emergency to the border, shutting off that out, the economic trade policy, and mention foreign policy. That's what's big to me. I get our in-house issues, but that foreign policy, seeing the Panama Canal, that was very specific. That was very specific. Saying the Panama Canal, they're charging us too much money for a gift we gave them. We're gonna flip the script on them. That's big. That's almost like war talk. And his heavy emphasis on aliens, immigrants, in border policy, and then that comment with the Panama Canal kind of makes me believe that we're headed to a trajectory of war. And I don't know who we're gonna be at war with, but he does have good relationships with those in China. He does have good relationships with individuals like Putin. So I mean, I don't know what's going to happen because I feel like he did a lot of meeting before he even people got to realize he was flying all over the world before today. These last couple months after he got the president elect, that fool was on planes all over the world, meeting with every country leader. So we don't know what was discussed. But for executive orders like this to come out, and then to say that one of your executive orders is going to be foreign policy, that's big. That means something has already been planned, agreed upon, and they're going to move forward. All right, Zach, I'm sorry. I just had to say that.
I think, first off, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever y'all is listening to this. I want to say, I think, hey, man, Big Unc came back in the office with a bang. We said he was going to win it. We said how he was going to win it. We said he wasn't going to jail. And now everybody that tried to put him in jail, he coming after y'all. He coming to come get you. He said, I'm coming to get every single one of y'all that was trying to get me. That's a cold-blooded man. I gotta think. Our president's a convict. He a felon. We got a convict as president. I think we had one, maybe two ever, and he's the second one or third one. Did y'all see the Elon Musk Nazi salute he did though? Or was I tripping?
No, I saw it. I'll wait for you to get your 2 pieces so we can go ahead and get into this thing.
My name a Nazi salute at the inauguration. Hey, that's wild in my opinion right there. Like to do that in front of billions of people, that's not
dark times are coming. Dark times are coming.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's gonna be some dark times coming. There's gonna be dark times for the little people, for the big people, for people in the middle. Ain't nobody getting out of this with inflation still high. That ain't about to change nothing when you add these tariffs. I don't think we understand. We know tariffs raise the prices on us, right? They don't lower the prices on us. Everything to buy in America already high as hell. That's why we buying the cheap, so we can't afford the high.
What's crazy though, Zach, is that he said that he's going to declare all cartels, and cartels just doesn't mean Hispanics. He's speaking of all organized crime, like those RICO cases that be coming. He's speaking about he gonna declare those to be all terrorist organizations. Then, what I found interesting, this man said there was an attempt on his life, and God saved him to make this country great again and to bring it to its golden year. That's what he said today. He said on national television, I'm pretty sure millions and millions and millions of Americans watched this today. He said that this attempt was made on his life, he survived, and God made sure he survived so he can make America great again and bring it to its golden years. Now, I did see Elon Musk do that salute. Did y'all see how when it was time to pray, how they brought all the different religions up? Then they had the black pastor, I can't remember his name right now, and he did the free at last, and he did all that. I want people to pay attention to how the Tesla man responded to that and how the Facebook man responded to it. Because they were there. Elon Musk sat there, and then right behind him was Mr. Zuckerberg. I want people to pay attention to how they responded. And what people have to realize too is that Trump has this committee or this advisory board that these two people are on. And he wants this committee to oversee government department. That means that when they have these committee meetings, they have these conversations, he wants these people to tell the government departments what they can and cannot do, and what they will and will not approve, and what they will and will not. So when Shy said dark times are coming, yeah, they coming, but how fast? And I think
Well,
that
Elon helped Trump steal the election by creating his own voting system to for a lot of these states to use. So he had to get some kind of reward. He helped that man win that election. All the social media, if you even check social media, you can say the N word now, but you can't say white. They have banned any kind of respect for anyone else but the Nazi Party and the white supremacists that Elon did his salute on stage because he is the modern day Hitler. And I won't be surprised if something happens between them two because Elon Musk got bigger ideas than just this here that he got this position. He got bigger ideas. So Trump, I'm just saying, Trump, you the president, but at the end of the day, you are a pawn in a bigger scheme.
I don't. Well, I don't think he used Elon to steal the election. I think Trump won fair and square. I'll be real with you. I think he won fair and square. I don't think he cheated to win. I think he tried to cheat
But
last
he
time.
literally said it on national TV. He literally said, "Thank you to Elon for helping me win the election."
Well,
He said you're a great technology and you're a great voting system. He said it.
yeah, I know what you're saying, Shy, but I don't think he. I have to disagree with you now. I really think the American people elected this man. I 100% really think the American people elected this man. I don't. I really think they did. And I also agree with you that him and Elon gonna have a falling out because of the ideologies that they have. Now, one thing I can say about Trump, he may be backhanded, he may be crooked, but I don't think Trump is an extremist as Elon is. Elon is an extremist. Elon Musk is like extreme. Like he doesn't, but I don't even think he want people to have jobs. I think he believes technology should oversee and AI should oversee most of day-to-day operations when it comes to this normality of life. And he's kind of proven that he's done so much. Jeff Bezos too. I mean, he on Amazon. He's into all that. He's into some of the same things, but I don't think he's an extremist as Elon is. Elon is an extremist. Now, Mark Zuckerberg, he's very quiet. He don't really say a lot, but his actions speak louder than his words. And I believe all three of them gonna have a falling out behind something to do with foreign policy. It's gonna be about foreign policy. I guarantee it's gonna be something about foreign. It ain't gonna have a damn thing to do about economics, a damn thing to do about trade. It's gonna be something about foreign policy. I really think Elon wants to have a level of control or a level of influence where his ideologies of technology and science puts the world on a stage of something on the lines of futuristic control. But I think that's where him and Trump gonna fall out. And Paul, man, I feel bad looking at Paul up there, Paul Joe, and because he just looked like he tired. And then Kamala, I just feel so bad for her. She's sitting up there. You the VP, and you just lost to this fool. You still got to sit up there. And then Vance is up there. He didn't like Trump. Now he do like Trump. But one thing I found interesting when everybody was leaving was the Clintons. The Clintons shook every one of Trump's family hand. Now the Trump family has talked bad as hell about the Clintons. Bad. They stood there and shook everybody's hand that's last name was Trump. It had a conversation. I don't know if it was good or bad, but they had a conversation. That's interesting. Now, I just let me be transparent and real for a second. I don't know what's about to happen in our country, but it ain't good for an individual to not have the job of the president and be allowed to fly to country and speak to stakeholders and leaders of other countries, and then have all these premeditated plans, and then come on the first day and sign a slew of executive orders. That ain't good. Not to mention the House Speaker supports him. Not to mention he has the House. The Republicans have the House. So I just something. It's just something in my spirit that feels so uneasy. I felt uneasy about it when it was announced he won, and it announced that the House was majority Republican, and they had the House, and that the House Speaker got changed. Everything just don't sit well in my spirit because it's a domino effect, and now you have embedded one of the largest technology companies in the world. Now America got money, but America ain't got money like the people over there in Dubai. I want that to be clear. Them families over there sitting on trillions and gazillions of dollars. And the black market is their playground. But it's that Panama Canal comment, he said something without saying it. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm nervous. Because they are heavily focused on securing our borders for a reason. And not just Texas, our borders. That means New York, ports, California, all our ports, they are heavily focused on securing borders for a reason. It's something that's about to take place.
World War III is coming.
I wouldn't say World War III is coming. We'll be in another war again. But yeah, I wouldn't say World War III. Oh, did you see what he said about the oil too, though? How they about to start drilling oil and said we got gold mines over here. Why we not drilling on them? They about to start drilling on all them oil fields and stuff again.
Yeah, I heard that too.
It's gonna be crazy with that. I had one topic though. What did you hear? What do you think about that policy he came up with about the child support and filing taxes?
I mean I pay my child support, so that helped me out. That helped me out.
So wait. So do you get a credit for it? Like, do you get a tax credit for paying your child support, or is it what is it?
Yeah, they're gonna count it now.
They
They're
never
gonna
used
count
to
it.
before. Like
Yeah,
the
they're
mother,
gonna count it.
whoever had the kid just got to keep the money and got to do whatever they wanted. You know, if they
Yeah.
wanted to break the father off, they did. They might have, but I doubt they did.
Yeah. So now it's gonna count. It's gonna count towards something now.
Well, that should make all the ninjas pay their child support. They
No,
don't pay.
but that's not gonna necessarily help you make men want to pay child support. And what and Zach, the caveat to that is this: it really, let's say it's a mom who don't have their baby daddy on child support or their child's father on child support or whoever, but they have like some type of agreement or something like that, like a mediation agreement or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or this the dad don't pay child support at all. You still are gonna lose some money as the mom because you're the custodial parent. You're not gonna get that full tax credit. Now the dad or whoever can say they contributed some type of way or prove that they gave a little something and get some money from it. I mean, to me, it helps me because I spend so much money on benefits and child support a year that helps me. Oh God, I spend a lot of money in money. So that helps me. Give me some of my money back. I've been begging every time I file my taxes. Hell, let me get it? Can I get 2%? 5%? Let me get something back. Because I'm breaking bread over here. And so that helps. But still, it's gonna be interesting how it plays out. Because I guarantee you, these mamas, they ain't gonna like it. They're not gonna like it.
I was having a conversation with my mom about it, and she was hot. She was yelling at me. I said, "Who the hell are you yelling at, Mama? Why are you yelling at me like this? We just talking." She said, "I don't like it because these ain't good. And gonna keep getting another way to get away with things." And I was like,
I just told you, they're not gonna like it. But I think it's fair. And I say this: America is the only country that has child support. Go to other countries. They ain't no child support. And most countries have universal health care too. Everybody got access to health care. America has monetized a lot of different things that other countries don't even think about. So it's like I said, it's interesting, man. I want to see how it play out. It's gonna be a lot of very upset mothers coming with these tax season coming up. Because now you can file, you know what I'm saying, you can prove, get your bank records, say, and I always put a note in what I sell for so and so this, for so and so that. to show us proof that, you know what I'm saying, that this money going to you for a reason.
Mhm.
And so it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I'm looking for the attorney general to give me some tax. Give me my 1099. Give me my whatever the 10. What's the form called? Shot 1080,
Trump
1090. Give
and
me my form. Give
Trump
me my
speaking like
form.
a true baby daddy. Ain't that so? That
Give me
nigga there.
yeah.
That
Give me
nigga a
my
true
phone.
baby daddy.
Give me my phone because I pay. Because my thing is this. My frustration is that, and I'm just speaking from a father who's been highly involved in his kids' life. You know what I'm saying? I I, I take care of my kids. I don't mind contributing. I pay benefits, whatever it may be. Whatever me and the moms have agreed to, I make sure to stand on business on it. Whatever I need to contribute financially, because it takes two people to make a kid. So it's going to take two people to raise them. It's going to take two finances also to contribute. I understand that. But when it comes to taxes, it's only one person benefit. I ain't getting nothing. I done spent all this money all year. I can't even claim it. It's really just lost, like a loss of funds. Because you got to think, one person's gonna get a tax credit, 6,000, however hell much money it is.
About 8 to 10.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, something like that. And you didn't gave maybe 12,000 or 13 or 14,000 all year. You don't never see that. You never get it back. It's just spent.
What about the money she spend every day?
Okay.
She
And
get
you
it back.
and you get a monthly
What
check
about
from
the
me, and you also
no, but
get and
that monthly check don't equate to them money every day. Not for you, cause like your son live with you, blah blah. But these men that send a monthly $400, but the mama got her buy food and clothes and toys and everything the whole damn month, and this is what you gonna
Can I
nah,
object in that real quick? Like,
nah.
you
I
knew
don't
what
care
you
about all
were
that.
doing having a kid. It takes two households to pay for the kids. So, like, you can't expect it always to be on one side of the party to do it sometimes, you know. I'm not supposed to fund y'all's whole life. I'm supposed to take care of the child as much best as I could with the money I give you.
But the thing is this though, too though. Just like I get what you're saying, Shy. Because I've had this conversation with plenty of women that have kids. And baby daddy might be involved, might not be involved, but it may be. I tell them this all the time. When you was with that man and y'all was making music together, you knew the type of man he was. If he had kids already, and you saw he was not contributing to that household, and you saw he was not contributing to that kid, you decided to go through with that pregnancy and have it, and you thought that was that good that you was gonna change him.
do? Nah,
You thought it was that
it
good?
ain't all that cut and dry. It ain't all that.
No. You thought yours was that good that all of a sudden he was gonna come and break bread with you, but he ain't been breaking bread with the other three, or other four, or other one, or other two. You thought you was that you had them waterworks. You was missing splash and dash. Nah, baby. He was gonna do the same thing. He already showed you who he was. If it quacked like a duck, it must be a duck, baby. You decided to go through with it. You knew. Well, Tyrone and Keisha, I just thought with me it would be different. No, it wasn't gonna be.
Or Donald, I thought it would be different with Donald. Donald, a rich, he come from a rich
No,
family, and he still
no.
doesn't know this baby man.
Mm-hmm. He been one. You knew it. You knew you was over there getting them back shots. He wasn't one. But it was good. It felt good. You liked it. You laid on your back. You took it, and you wanted some more.
Donald Trump is rich. I'm gonna have a baby for him.
And
Elon Musk a no good baby daddy too. They all some everybody else that was is even Jeff Bezos too. No good baby daddies. All of them. That's why they all up there.
and you know what? Hey, Donald Trump, the only president that got kids from multiple women that's been a president. I don't think no other president up there been like that. I could be wrong. Y'all fact check me and find that out. But he got baby he got baby mama problems. He got black man problems or baby daddy problems. So shout out to that order though. I like the order. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it's good.
Hold on, though.
I've been saying it for a long time.
We know Donald's our black president though. He the true black president now. Don't let's be honest.
He a felon and he got baby mama.
Everything they say a black man's supposed to be, how bad we supposed to be, all the stigma they put on us, Donald Trump lives them right now. Every stigma they put on a black person, a black man, he living right now. Done been to jail, fighting off the laws. Got 3-4 baby mamas.
But for real, on that executive order with child support, it should be for those fathers who actually do contribute to the household, and it should be a credit to what they actually pay, and they should prove what they pay. It shouldn't be that you give $100 a year and you be able to get something back. I think it should be you actually have to have some long standing. There has to be some consistency to what you give. You got to have a track record of consistency, man. That's what I feel. And that's what I say on it. But I feel like it's somewhat fair. I ain't gonna say it's completely fair, but it's somewhat fair. But we're gonna see how it play out.
I could agree with that. Some people are gonna be happy, some people are gonna be mad, but depending on how you do it, like you said, how it's laid out, finally, can really justify the bill or not justify the bill. Because if it's worded wrong, it's gonna be some haymakers flying in here.
Oh boy, it's gonna be some people hot. It's gonna be some people probably pulling out pistols on people behind that money. Because you gotta think about the moms who live on housing. You know what I'm saying? They getting back buku dollars on taxes. Buku dollars. They might got 4 or 5 kids. They getting back. All right, so let's wrap this topic up. President Trump did his inauguration speech. We all gave about 2 cents on it. More to come. We're gonna see how everything will just kind of roll out for our country. We have our country in our prayers and all the citizens in our prayers, and we just want to continue to pray and ask God to protect everybody in our country during this time, because it seems that dark times are coming. But we know that prayers can be answered and God does change all things. He's involved in all things. So we're gonna make sure that we give God a lot of insight. Your prayer boxes should be full starting today. All right, Sha. Go ahead and get to your topic, girl. I know you had a great topic, so go ahead and get into it.
All right, y'all. It's Sha Marie here. Before I get into the topic, y'all know it's tax season. I'm a tax advisor located in Pearland, Texas. You can come in for an appointment or you can do it virtually. My email is cm.business346@yahoo.com. Send me an email and let's work. Now, into my topic. So, my topic today is dating while fat. So, if you didn't know, listeners out there, I'm a big girl. Being a big girl, probably close to half of my life. I'm a big girl, and I've had a lot of different dating experiences, mostly good, but some not so great. And I just wanted to come with a little light, funny topic, just because we talked about something that was somewhat heavy this last segment. But so last week, so I've been putting myself back out there as far as dating. I am in the market for a husband. Well, excuse me, a man is in the market for me. You know, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So I am I am putting myself out there to be found. But you don't be found regardless. Really put you. Well, no, you have to do. Yeah, you got to do some work now. You can't be hiding if you want to be found. And that was my problem. I used to be hiding too much. Okay, well, anyways. So last week, I went on 3 different dates with 3 different gentlemen. All of them were in their 30s. All, had good things going for themselves and yada, yada, yada. But now we at Monday, MLK Day. Shout out to Martin Luther King and all his contributions. Shout out to Coretta, too, because behind a good man is always a good woman. So, or let me, excuse me, not behind, beside. But here it is Monday, and yeah, none of them really didn't pan out really well. I'll get it. Well, it's actually 4 of them, but I did end up going out with one of them. The first guy, we gonna call him Matt. So Matt, I met Matt. or whatever in the DMs. And he's in HR like me. He's a little younger than me. I think he's 28. And Matt was cool or whatever, but I have a dating policy where if you get my number and you ain't taking me out nowhere within let's say okay, within 72 hours we should have had a phone conversation or something. Within a week's time we should have something planned. Even if okay, you get my number on Monday, you might already be booked for the weekend. I might be booked for the weekend myself. So within you should have something planned. Like we in the same city. I'm not no pen pal. Like that's one thing. You're not gonna tie my line up. And a lot of men like to do that. They want to sit on the phone with you for 4, 5 hours. And ladies, I'm gonna put y'all on game. They're basically grooming you to they're establishing an emotional connection with you they can get out of actually giving you a connection, a vibe, or like Jesse Wu say, an experience. Shout out to Jesse Wu. But a lot of these men don't want to offer you an experience. So they will call you every day and develop that over the phone relationship. And then now you're liking them and you're developing, oh, yeah, I like him, girl. But you ain't met him yet. You met in the DMs and you ain't met in person. So how you like him? How you like him? I don't like if I ain't met you in person. So, yeah, so that kind of situation typically happens with these guys. So with Matt, met him in the DMs with about I think it was December 30th. Now again, y'all, typically I don't go that long, but I was busy. So we kind of had on and off communication. First red flag. Because if a man is really interested in you, it's not gonna be like that. Everybody get busy, but he gonna make sure it's some kind of something. So I'm like, hey, me and you. So first he says, do you want to go? So this is after, let's say, a week. You want to go on a smoothie date? My first mind is, no, I don't want to go on a smoothie date. But, the girlies say, don't, go, it's okay. So I said, maybe a coffee date. Let's find like a nice coffee shop, maybe Day Six or something, black owned coffee shop in Houston, or like, somewhere like that, and let's go meet up or whatever. So needless to say, the storm, it wasn't even a storm, it just got cold out here and it never happened. So after that, I said, hey, it's been a while now, over almost 2 weeks, and you have never called me. That's another red flag. Don't call your phone. You never called me. We haven't met. So I'm like, I'm just gonna end things right here because clearly this is going nowhere, right? So he begins to proceed to begging, and well, it was cold and it was this and this. So but my mind is pretty much made up about the situation, but I entertained it a little bit, like, okay, whatever. Well, and then so after that, he decides to call me. So he calls me and we talk all of 6 minutes. So it's like, what was the point of calling me? Because you want to, it's such they offer so little, so little. So he calls me, we talk all of 6 minutes. Next thing you know, I start talking to him. So he's calling me. He's calling my phone. He's texting me, no response. He sends me a text and he says, matter of fact, I'm gonna read it to y'all because I miss it like that. I'm gonna read it to y'all, and it was so funny to me. So he says he said we had a good phone call. Mine is a 6 minute phone call that he said. We had a good phone conversation. So why you acting like this right now? This is you stop talking to me instead of ghosting me. Let me know what it is. I respect it. Mind you, I had already told him several days ago that this not gonna work, and you haven't done anything. So then I said I did already let you know. And Saturday I don't. Basically, the reason why he was calling me because he wants to hang out on Saturday. He didn't say what. He didn't say are you free to do X, Y, and Z. He just wants to hang out. But we're gonna get to that part. So then he say I said, I don't know if I'm going to be free on Saturday. Hence to why I said I will let you know. And then I said, what good conversation. We talked for 6 minutes. You think that's something? LOL with the laughing emojis. He said, honestly, the thing is right now, I don't want nothing serious. I just want casual dealings, casual intimacy. Okay, great. You just want me, which I would rather you just say that off the rip instead of you do this here. So I say that's the thing. Intimacy is not casual. And honestly, we are not on the same page. I am a grown woman and I have men who pursue me, take me out and do nice things with me. So there's really no point in me talking to you. I said, whatever you want is what you want. So, I'm the kind of girl, if that's what you want, by all means, go get what you want, but it's not over here. I said, whatever you want is what you want. I've made it clear I'm not interested, so please go away. Felt like I was being nice. I didn't feel like that was too harsh. Well, he said, soft, you fat anyways. Y'all, when I say I was at the work hollering, I'm fat. I've been fat for 3 weeks. You had my damn number, I've been fat. You fat anyway. So then I sent the laughing emojis back. And then he says, me either. So stop texting me. I don't care. I just went ahead and blocked him after that. But it's so crazy how, and this is the prime example why that just shows you if I would have entertained him, it would have been some bull crap. It wasn't gonna go nowhere. And he would have ended up being a butthurt like he just did now. So that was me swerving that situation. So that was last Monday. So in the midst of this, I met some other people. Next person in mind, we're gonna call him Robert. Met Robert. Robert's 36, was in a long-term relationship, got his own business, yada 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 yada. Got two daughters, yada yada yada. So Robert is putting it on strong, baby. Robert is what you call a love bomber. Robert putting it on strong, baby this, baby that, and this and that. Let me sing you something. So Robert sent me an edible arrangement. So I haven't had an edible arrangement delivered to me in probably good 3 years. So I was like, it was a pleasant surprise, and I liked it. So he sent me the edible arrangements and put a little cute note on there. And okay, so I said, okay, I'm liking Robert. Robert is taking initiative. So then he says, "Are you free on Thursday?" Like Robert doing all the good stuff. "Are you free on Thursday?" I say yes. He said, "Let's do this X, Y, and Z." Cool. We go out, have a good time. Man kept me out all night for one. We end up strolling downtown. The wind is blowing. We're holding hands. My hair's blowing in the wind. We're just making my way downtown, walking fast, faces passing them home by. Like we are really, you know. Well, let me just. We on some real '90s R&B kind of vibe. We going to this one little spot downtown. They playing the Isley Brothers. They playing Mint Condition. We dancing. We having a good time. We go to Off the Record. Y'all know Off the Record. We got the vibes. We're in Off the Record. Like he's standing behind me, guarding me like a watchdog. We drank. We had a good time. So it was a great night or whatever. And of course, dating while fat, you'll get them stares, and it's never from men, because men like that. Not all men, but some men, especially living down south. A lot of men like thicker women, so it's not the men, but it's always them normally skinny. If they see a plus size girl out with an attractive size man, such as Robert, they always feel some kind of way. So when I tell y'all, I was being mean mugged from Off the Record, the same too. Off the Record getting mean mugged by these, like that's the whole thought process. What he with her for? What it is? Is it income tax time? Baby, Cheyenne don't open. Oh, I said my. Shy don't open her wallet, honey. When I'm on with a man, unless you my man and we've been dating for a while, and I say, I'm gonna take you out tonight, we trade places. That's the only time. But typically on a date, I'm opening my wallet, so they didn't see me go in my purse, not one time. But they were just watching and they truly don't believe that big women deserve this treatment that they think they deserve. Mind you, they were too bitter together with no men really looking at them. Not even gonna say looking at them, but just it's normally the personality. Like I feel like any woman with a vagina can pull a man. Like that's the easy part. But sometimes pulling men of quality or just pulling men that even like it's normally in the woman. What goes on. So yeah. So after that, we see them same two at another spot down the street. Same thing, watching. Then me and him leave. We walk back to the parking garage. We sit in his car. He had a nice car and stuff. We sat in his car for about an hour, just talking and things like that. and we see the same two again. Ironically, they park on the same floor we parked and same everything. We see them again, mean mugging. When I tell you them was watching us and like looking and all that stuff, it was just weird. So, but I've experienced that before being a plus size girl. I've literally had women that don't even measure up to me figuratively and everything else. Like, I've had women that don't measure to me in no kind of way, size, bank account, looks, or anything, that think I don't deserve love and respect because I'm a big girl. So I've experienced that before. I remember my ex's ex. She literally told me that he settled to be with me, just because I was big. Not the fact that I had my own everything. Not the fact that I'm beautiful. Not the fact that I'm educated. Not the fact that I'm a good time. All because I'm a big girl, he settled to be with me. In all actuality, I was better than him. I was the better catch than he was. He ain't got no sense. And Zach and Lance know who I'm talking about. He ain't got no good sense. I'm the better catch than he was. And she didn't have nothing going for herself. So that's just some of the things that you were experiencing as a big girl. Now okay, let me wrap up Robert. So Robert, we had a great time. I really thought I had met somebody that could potentially be something better, because even Robert's birthday is coming up. He's like, let's go on a trip for my birthday. I'm like, cool, let me know the D's, woo-de woo. Let's make it happen. I'm that kind of girl. Let's make it happen. So needless to say, Robert begins to be flaky toward the end of the week, leading up to yesterday. So Robert's done. I let Robert know, like, you're done, baby. You're done. So, but Robert, here's the thing about Robert. Obviously, Robert is dating other women, which is fine because I'm dating other men. But you don't have to be transparent on what you're doing. You just have to be mindful of me and my time. So once I feel as though you're not mindful of me and my time, you're done. Because if I start the situation out with you not respecting me and my time, you're gonna continue to do that shit. So, baby, I bowed out gracefully. I told Robert, it was nice getting to know you, but this ends today. So, anyways, y'all. So I'm gonna just briefly go over the last two guys. We're gonna call Mr. Friday Date. We're gonna call him JT. So JT, cute guy, cool guy. We went out to dinner. Went to Papa though. Y'all know Papa though. Papa got good food. Went to Papa though. Had a great date, but he was just lukewarm. He didn't have nothing to talk about. Everything he asked me, did you hear what Kanye said? You heard about Diddy. You heard this. He was pop culture, pop culture, pop culture. He didn't really have no depth to him, really. And it's like it's just like he didn't. I don't know what it is. And oh yeah, my mama, she make sure this and that. Your mama all in you be 36 years old, your mama all in your business. I don't like that. And so after the date, we walked to, mind you, he's a gentleman up until the end of the day. He opens the door for me, all that stuff. But up until we're leaving, we walk into the parking lot. We're saying, okay, you had a good time, yeah. He gives me a church hug, and then he walks to his car, walks to mine. This is the first time I've ever on a date with a man and he did not walk me to my car. So that rubbed me the wrong way. And I was like, so I was like, yeah, that's it on this. Okay, so last date of the week, which was Saturday, we're gonna call him Marlon. So Marlon was cute, cool guy, Caribbean guy. He's Grenadian. Caribbean guy, cool guy, but once again, no planning skills. We've been communicating all week about this date, and you wait to the day of. Now I'm starting not to go because I don't typically do last minute plans, so I started not to go. But I was like, you know what? He kept on begging to go, so I said, you know what? I'll go. I don't say he was begging, but he kept at me about it. So we end up going on the date. We was going to go to, I think it's called Feo, which is like an adult arcade out here. It's 21 and up. They have drinks. It's a great date night or just a cool spot for friends. So we didn't end up going there because I don't know why we didn't. We ended up picking Dave and Buster's. Went to Dave and Buster's, had a ball. When I tell y'all, we had such a ball at Dave and Buster's. We were in there till 2 o'clock in the morning, playing games, having fun. We doing virtual reality. We doing shooting games. Him directing me and telling me which way to walk and which. It was a lot. No, I'm not going. So we had a ball in Dave and Buster's, having a good time, yada yada yada. And at the end of the night, we parted ways, and that was it. So that's my pretty much my experience in dating Wi-Fi. Um, just dating in this millennium world that we actually live in. And I'm interested in meeting some more people because Mr. Marlon from Friday, like I said, y'all, he was real cool, but it's something, like I think if he would get his communication together and it would be better. But yeah, that's my experience, y'all. Something fun in life. Hopefully it wasn't too long with it. But yeah, that was my dating experience for the week.
First off, Sean, kudos to you, man, for doing what you think is best for you when it comes to dating as a plus size woman. I'm not gonna say fat. I think that's derogatory. I think that you're a plus size woman. You're beautiful. So, and one thing I know about you is you embrace self love. So, I know your standards when it comes to dating is high. And you want to be treated the type of way. So, shout out to you for holding these men accountable and setting your standards and being clear as to what you expect. I think that's important when it comes to dating or being in a relationship. Period. Allowing communicating what you expect, communicating what you will uh, tolerate, what you will not tolerate is very key. And it seems like you have established a key, open line of communication with all these individuals. And it just seems like they just playing. Now, to the one guy who just wanted, sexual interaction. Come on, man. We too old for that. We
Thank you,
grown,
Lance.
grown. We grown, man. If you're not dating to marry or dating to gain a life partner, you shouldn't. I mean, just tell people you just want to have fun. Just keep it a book. Don't be on the phone for hours at a time trying to establish that emotional connection because you're right. That's what that is. Keep it a book. Just say, hey man, look, I'm looking for a good time, not a long time. Just tell the truth. Um, that's I feel like we're in a day and age now where being open and honest is goes much further than playing games. And one thing that what men got to realize with women is that if you keep it all the way transparent with a woman, she gets to make the decision how she wants to approach this. Let's be honest. I think in this new season of millennial men, we have to be more accountable for what we want in relationships, and we got to quit playing games with the women in which we pursue. If we want to be with these women, tell them keep it all the way 100. Hey, baby, I want you. I want you this way. I want you that way, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So shout out to you for holding these people accountable.
Thank you, Lance. I appreciate it. And yeah, like I said, I'm grown, and at the same time, I ain't taking no ish. Okay, big freedom voice. Ain't taking no ish. I'm Big Mama. Okay, I ain't taking no ish, and I feel like if you hound me down about whatever, you need to come correct because it's like, what are we doing here? And the guy, he wasn't calling me every day. He was giving me little trinkets, little texts here and there. Good morning, grand rising, gorgeous, grand rising, beautiful. He was doing that, giving me little trinkets, but not planning an effective date, not calling, which you don't gotta talk for hours, but I feel like if I give you my phone number Monday, you should have called me by Wednesday or Thursday. We need to have a conversation. So he wasn't doing that. He was giving me enough little trinkets that he thought in his simple mind would be enough, but it's not.
I'm gonna leave that to y'all holy people over there because I'm still a dog.
You know what's it? You funny man, but nah, man, like for real though, like they had a pocket for treating you that type of way. You know what I'm saying? Trying to handle you the type of way and just want something won't. I mean, you have to be open. And I just said something to somebody today. I said emotional intelligence is so key to relationship or while you're pursuing somebody. And that comes from letting go of past hurts, letting go of pain in previous relationships that you had from exes or whatever it might be, because somebody treated you bad. So that's key. And it sounds like these are still broken men. Like they're operating at a level of like somebody treated them a type of way. So going forward, they've treated other people a type of way based on how they were treated in the past. And you have to go through a phase of healing to
Right,
really,
because I'm
yeah,
sorry.
nah, for real though. Nah, keep going,
Yeah,
Shy. I
because I
mean,
was
nah,
gonna
for real.
chime in that the guy that took me on the great date when we was out and we was having a good time, had a great dinner, great conversation. He recently got left from a 10 almost 10 year relationship. She left him because they grew apart. He was working on the road too much, and she wanted her some new peak in her life. So she broke up with him. And also, he also lost some family members during COVID time. So he's experienced a lot of hurt in the last 4 years. So he may just not be ready for me at this point in life. In which, when you are ready, I won't be around. I won't be there no more. Somebody gonna marry Shane. Okay, it's coming. But get your, like Lance said, get your life, get your emotions together better. Get yourself together before you try to get into something. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this, Shy, to all the fellas that's listening. I'm gonna say this as an individual who's 33. And it may appear like I got everything together, you know what I'm saying? But I don't. At times I still have shortcomings. But one thing I did in 2024 is I went to therapy and I sat down with a clinical professional and I talked. And I talked about some of my experiences and I talked about some of my hurts, some of the things that bother me, some of the things I haven't gotten over from previous relationships, and how, I was treated as a kid at times by either the educational system or some loved ones in my family, whatever it may be. I had these conversations. Now, moving forward, I mean, we just had a conversation offline about some things going on, and I was like, man, the old me would have did something. This did would have did that, and I know I made some jokes and said this, but in honesty, I don't think about those past issues anymore. I treat the individual who I'm with currently. I treat her in a much different light than I have in the past because I have moved past from those other hurts or those other traumas that I experienced. So therefore, I don't look at this individual the same way. But that comes with a level of work, though, and it comes with a lot of self discovery too. Because at times we don't be accountable for some of the decisions that we've made as men, and we made these decisions, and sometimes we create these monsters that we have in our life, but we just don't want to be accountable for them. And I had to be real myself in some of my therapy sessions. And whoever this young man is, man, I suggest that you go ahead and take your leap in 2025 and get to some therapy, my G, because you're gonna need it. Because what you're doing is you're hurting the people that you're meeting, and some of these people are good people, whoever it may be. And China is a good person as well, but whoever else you're dealing with, and not just Diana, but who else you're dealing with too, you're hurting good people because you still have a level of pain that you haven't allowed to run its course, and you haven't allowed to heal from it. So that saying goes, you know what I'm saying, Zach? Like you said it many episodes ago or segments ago, hurt people hurt people. That's a real thing, and it's sad though, because the hurt that was done to you, you just putting a band-aid over it. You ain't doctored it up. You ain't cleaned it. You ain't allowed no air to hit it to truly heal. You just put a band-aid over and keep moving, and you just keep reopening and reopening and reopening that wound over and over again. So you're hurting other people by doing that. So that's what I suggest a boy do.
No, it wasn't Dave and Buster's. Remember, I went on 3 dates and I got cussed out by the first one that called me fat. Not the date though. I didn't go on a date with him. So the guy that I went out with to dinner and we went out afterwards, he's the hurt one. Dave and Buster's guy, he's cool, but he just has poor planning and poor execution skills as far as when it comes to dating. Like he's to me, he's still approaching dating like a teenager.
Okay, okay. See, I got him confused. Okay, okay. So the one with the dinner. Oh, okay, 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 okay. My bad, my bad, my bad. Uh, but yeah, but so I ain't even gonna touch on the planning because a lot of men don't have good organizational skills. Now, I think I do, Zach. I mean, you can give your 2 cents on it. on this as well. But I think, planning dates is it ain't hard, but sometimes it is hard. But you just gotta, take the risk and see what happens.
Myself, I fucking hate planning dates sometimes, bro. And the only reason I hate planning dates because I hate planning stuff and then the plans get altered or messed up. Because I feel like I'm one of them people like when I'm planning shit. All right, we got a time limit. Hey, come on, what you doing? I don't got time for you being here all late. I told you a certain time for this, and this, so we can be on time and everything. So I hate planning dates and I hate planning things, period, because I hate being the one that has to control things. Because then I get anxious about it. So uh, I'm more spontaneous. I'll ring you up. Hey, what you trying to do right now? I'm about to head over here. Put this on. Let's go. I'll see you in a bit. But people do things differently. People react to things differently. People like things differently. So
I'm the same way though, Zach. Like if I plan something, I'm big on structure. That's just me. So I'm like very, very punctual. So if we got reservations for 7, I'm trying to get there at 6:55, 6:50. So we got to park, walk there, tell them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It might be some good scenery, take some pictures, blase, 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 all the things that come with it. So I'm with you on that too, though. When you playing something, then she not ready on time, she's still doing her makeup, or so, I get frustrated as I don't know what, bro. I get angry. I'm like, hey, didn't I told you 7 p.m. I'm at your house at 6:30. That's 30 minutes. Now we got 30 to get there. Talk on the way there. Listen to some R&B, blah, 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 blah. Get the mood right. So I get it. I get it because we have all these envisions in our head. But I also go with communication though. And I'm trying to work on that too. Like if I plan something, I'm gonna over communicate, and I know I probably be getting on her damn nerves because I over communicate 7 p.m. It's 6:20. Hey, it's 6:25. So I be on that type of time. So I'm with you on that too, though, Zach. I get frustrated when the plans don't work out the way it's supposed to.
and then that's when I turn into nonchalant. And they're like, why are you acting so nonchalant? I'm just chilling now, bro. Like I don't want to get too high. I don't want to get too low. I'm just trying to stay in the middle, man. And but it be crazy like that sometimes. How do you feel about it when you see something? Do you prefer it like that more, or if your dude starts getting nonchalant because you like he's late, or do you want somebody that's? Because it sounds like you want somebody that's structured and that's really gonna be planning stuff out. So
Well, I'll answer that question, not to cut you off, but here's the thing with that. So, these are first dates, right? That's where it matters at the punctuality, right? Well, you already like if we done been dating and stuff, you could call me and say what you doing at 6, or but this is first dates. This is our first date. This is our first link up. So it's like you need to be punctual with it. And I don't like to be sitting around waiting, or you tell me we're gonna do this or whatever, and I hit you up and say, hey, I'm getting dressed. I expect you to respond and say, hey, cool, or hey, whatever. Even if we're going to, hey, I get dressed at 6 o'clock. I'm a woman. It might take me longer to get dressed. I need you to say, I need you to keep a rapport, build a rapport with me, conversate with me. Hey, cool. Now, if we've been, like I said, if we've been dating, it's a difference. Like you kind of know me, I know you, and what we like. So you all kind of know, like, okay, cool, like, all right, she getting dressed, whatever, like that. That's a difference. Like you can be like that, but first date, nah, you need to be punctual. You need to say, and also, it to me, it shows your interest level too, and it shows you how important I am. Because if I was important to you, you would sit down and this is our first date. This is your charm to really be big daddy. Like show me you big daddy. Like like this is your time to do that. So if you don't do that, if it's like whatever, well, we can go at 7. What you want to eat? I don't care. No, 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 no. Not for the first date. That's more so we already got this established, and we already got something established. Then you can, be like that. But for the first date, I'm expecting good morning, how you doing? Are we still on for tonight? I'm gonna respond. Yes, we are. Can't wait to see you. Whatever, whatever. Boom. And I like to stroke up man ego sometimes. I'm an ego stroker sometimes. So I can't wait to see you. Blah blah blah, or whatever. So boom, go from there. Time come, you know, all right, I'm getting dressed. Okay, cool. I'm getting dressed too. I'll be there with you. Just like old boy did on Thursday. This man called me in the morning, hit me up, we talked throughout the day. I got off of work. When I got off work, I said, "Hey, I'm headed home to change, and I'll be headed out of my house, and we're gonna meet for 7. I'm gonna leave my house about 6:35." Boom. He said, "Cool. I'm gonna leave a little bit early because I'm on North Side, so it's gonna take me a little longer to get down there. So I'm gonna leave about 6:10." Cool. When I got there on the way there, he said, "I'm parking in the parking lot. You come park in the parking lot next to me, and I already paid for your parking." Standing on business. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with the man. Like I said, like Lance said, he might just be hurt. Or he was standing on business. And that's how you do that shit.
I ain't gonna lie, Shay. You only got it in 2 days. Yeah, you did. You said 2 days, man. Maybe I
No,
misheard.
yeah, we went out on Thursday, but this is remember what I said. He asked me to do stuff the weekend too, and he did not follow up. He wasted my time. That's what I'm upset about. It's him not following up. And if you dating other women, which is cool with me, I'm not gonna stop you from dating other women. But you don't make plans with me. You make plans with Kiki, and then make plans with me another day. You don't double up with plans and wait for us both to see who reply first. No, bitch. That gets you cut off.
Well,
But
give
you
him a
do the
little
same
grace.
thing,
Give
don't
him a
you?
little grace
Sometimes.
though. Say what you gonna say, Zach.
What'd you say, Zach?
Lynn said, "Give him a little grace," and I said, "But don't y'all do the same thing too sometimes?" Like,
Well, I don't though. I'm not other women. I'm not gonna do this to nobody. If I want to go out with you, I want to see you. I'm gonna see you. So this is what he did. Sunday morning, he called me. He said, "I want to see you. I want to see you." I said, "Cool, whatever." He said, "What you got planned today?" I said, "Nothing, chilling, going to get run errands and stuff." He said, "Bet mind you, like I told y'all, he had bought me edible arrangements. We went out on Thursday. He said he want to cook today. You want to cook something? You want to watch some movies or whatever? I said, cool. Any man I ever cooked for, I ain't never got rid of. So I already knew. I said, oh, I cooked for him. It's a wrap. So, anyways, so you know, I
yeah.
started to get dressed and stuff, and it's about 2 hours later, 2.5 hours later. My girl didn't put makeup on. I was just cleaning up my house, wash clothes, all that stuff. I hit him back and said, "Hey, I'm ready now." Woo de woo. The bitch never responded. So that tells me that Juanita must have called you in between this little time frame, and you didn't made a play with her. So it just me. So that's why he's cut off.
Well, no. Give him a little grace. Y'all are dating, or you know what I'm saying. You got dates. He got dates. He might not have called Kalina or Melina, whoever you just said. He could have did something else with the family or his people or something like that. We don't just assume that he did something with another woman. But
Okay, if that's the case, why can't
give him
you
a little
tell me?
grace though.
Why, if you call me at 9 o'clock in the morning and make plans with me, if plans change at 11 o'clock, you text or call me and say, "Hey, Shy, let's reschedule for another day. Something came up." You don't leave me hanging.
Has he
Well,
responded
did
That's
back
the
you
to you?
problem.
did you ask him?
I called him. He didn't respond. He
Okay.
didn't answer the phone.
Did he ever text or call you back?
No,
The night be dead for all you know.
he's not dead. He read the message.
Oh,
He's
Uh,
not
uh,
dead.
well. I'll say this: hit him back up. Have a
What?
conversation with not this listen though, Shop free though. Hit him back up, see
nah,
what's
she
up,
can't hit him back up,
what
bro.
took place. Yeah, like see what happened.
She can't do it. She can't do it. She went out too strong. You can't double back like that.
Man, nah, she
Uh,
but she got to though,
no,
G.
but
No,
no,
she
but
don't.
but no, but
You better
y'all,
stand on
y'all.
business. Don't
I
go back.
no, y'all. I text him. I say, "Hey, I'm done with my errands and stuff. I'm getting ready to head to the store." He never responded. He's read the message. I called him like about a few, like 30 minutes later. He never answered. He ignored me. Whatever he had going on got in the way. The man may be married. I don't know. The man ignored me. Because I was supposed to go over to his house to cook and hang out, not my house. The bitch ignored me. If he really gave a shit, he would have answered or texted me back or something and say, "Hey, look, this happened." If I would have accepted this behavior, he would have did today. He would have called and texted me and been like, "Good morning, beautiful. and he would act like nothing happened yesterday.
Did he
I
get
think
blocked
what you
today? Right?
should do.
I never
I
blocked him. This is you getting the two guys mixed up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
blocked him. I
She got a
blocked the one
roster.
that called me, the one that called me fat anyways. He's blocked. Not
Okay.
this guy.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
Zach, I know
he's blocked. His
she
his
got
ass is blocked.
she got a
I
roster.
don't got a
It's
roster
kind of
no
hard.
more.
It's kind of hard. But I
I mean,
think the guy.
I'm trying to catch up to the
No,
shots.
I gave you
Shy got it
four.
going on over
I
there.
gave
She a
you
bad
four, and
motherfucker.
I went out with three. The first one, we didn't make it on the date because he told me I'm fat anyways. He got mad because I called him out for his lack of, doing anything, and he told me I'm fat anyways. So basically, he
Yeah,
told me, you're fat. You should be happy I'm talking to you. It's basically what he told me. Basically what he meant.
yeah,
So
yeah.
no, I'm talking about the guy I actually went out with on Thursday. Had a great time with. We had a great time on Thursday. The
Y'all supposed to
weekend come
hang out
around.
Saturday, right? And he flaked.
Sunday, yeah, he
Oh,
flaked
Other
Sunday.
out.
plans.
Oh,
After
Sunday
he
fun day.
called me,
Yeah,
he called
yeah.
me. He called me to hang out. I did not call him. Leave me alone. If you don't do that. And if you want to go Sunday fun day, that's fine. I'm a transparent person and I don't really be giving a fuck. So if you call me and say, Shy, can we reschedule because I'm going to Sunday fun day? Fine. It's about consideration. That's all it's about.
I heard you. I heard you. I was trying to get all the facts and all the details into it. I was like, damn, the nigga had one day shot, but not here the backstory fully now. So I'm understanding what you're saying. But I don't know. I
I
mean,
still think she
it don't
should,
ain't that
you know what I'm
serious in the
saying, have a
first date.
conversation. I still think they need to have that's just my opinion. I think a conversation need to be had.
How we gonna have a
Uh,
conversation if you don't answer the phone and you don't come back?
well, just send
You
that
got a point.
message. Well, she got a point, but I'm just saying, just send that message.
What you
Say,
want me
hey,
to beg in? Why
I'm
you
not
ain't
saying
answer?
I'm not
Why
saying
you?
say
I ain't heard from you.
I ain't saying say that though. I'm just saying, hey man, you
Can I
said
object?
you want to hang out. I ain't heard from you in a few days. I'm just checking in. When you want to talk, the doors open. Reach out, but we need to have a conversation about what transpired because
Oh
it
no.
rubbed me the wrong way.
Nah, because that
Hell
shows
no.
him I
Hell
accept the
no.
behavior.
No. Stand on business. We ain't saying none of that.
Man, see, yeah,
Nigga, that's that new age you going through. You tripping.
That's right.
You
Stand
tripping.
on business because I'm Big Mama. You calling me to hang out with me and you flake on
that's
me
the new age.
without an explanation? No, baby, you done.
Zach said that's the new age I'm going through.
Yeah.
Fucking
You,
tripping.
you
Ain't
know,
doing none of
you
that.
flake out on me, baby. That's it for us. Because you could easily call me and do that. You chose not to. You calling me. Whatever got you, whatever's going on, he has his own business and he had some problems with that too this past week. So if you're occupied, I'm not saying he was just with Kiki or Juanita. He could just have some shit going on. But at the end of the day, it's consideration. I'm gonna show you early on, women, take notes. What you accept in the beginning is what you deal with later on. So therefore, I'm not accepting it. If something comes up with you and you cannot make it or we cannot hang out, you let me know. Hey, I can't come no more. Leave it
All
at
right,
that. You
all
don't
right,
flake out.
all right. I mean,
I got one
I
for you. Hold on. Let me
I
get this.
just think a conversation really needs to be had. That's just me. Then you cut ties. Hey man, if he got all these excuses, well, I had click, we done.
I think it has to be him coming to her now, though.
No, 100%, 100%.
Yeah,
I'm
like
just
if he
saying
starts the conversation, I think she'll fold and she'll talk. But she ain't gonna start the conversation. We ain't doing that now.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying she leave that door open, saying, hey, you know what I'm
No,
saying? All right,
but
all right.
I think she was trying
Nah.
to say
You
too
know, one of
much.
my homegirls told me, she said, Shy, she was like, you went on a great day. You should have just left her, not say nothing back. But I mean, I just want a person to know that I don't play with me. Like, I'm okay with you dating multiple women because I'm going on dates with different men, but you establish time frames and establish some respect. You can go out with Kiki, Juanita, Michelle, Teresa all week long, but if you ask me to do something with you on this day, you stick to that. And if you can't stick to it, you respectfully tell me you can't stick to it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I agree with that. I
Ain't
agree.
nothing wrong with that at all.
If things have changed, it's important to communicate things have changed. This just to go ghost is not acceptable. And I don't know. I just feel like something may have transpired. Like I don't know, but he should definitely communicate that. It I take Zach advice. I guess my advice ain't good. So yeah.
No, we not saying your advice
No,
ain't
I'm not
good.
saying it's not. I'm just maybe this South I mean ain't what it's cut out to be.
Well, look, I mean, let me tell y'all something. I not accepting bullshit in the beginning. This go for men and women. Gonna save you a lot of shit because either that person gonna straighten their shit up and come correct, or they gonna bounce. If you show
Mm,
a person, I ain't taking that, male or female. I'm not dealing with you. I'm not dealing with you. You know, say for instance, a guy, you always begging me for money. You on I'm not dealing with it. Either she gonna straighten her act up or she gonna move around. Same thing with guys. So
Goddamn right.
if you show a man that look what you do with Kiki and Juanita ain't happening over here, you better go over there. He either can straighten up or he can move around. And typically guys in generation they typically move around. Either they gonna come correct from the jump or they not. So it's like literally I would have saved myself a lot of trouble had I would have paid attention to red flags in my last relationship. All those red
mm,
flags that was in your fucking face,
mm,
if you pay attention to that shit, you will save yourself some years of bullshit. Pay
mm,
attention.
mm. Girl, you
Yes,
didn't say
break
something.
down.
That she didn't say something right there. I ain't that them red flags. Mm. Now, okay, so red flags, because you bring up red flags. Now, what are considered red flags? Because
That's a
in
lot.
my mind, because it's a lot. It depends on the person, right? But
Poor
if you don't,
communication is one.
but if you don't, so with a red flag, should you communicate if
Yeah.
someone is showing a red? Hey, that's a red flag to me. You did this, this,
No,
that.
you should set them know. This is what you should do as a woman. Okay, he said he was gonna call and take you out on Friday. He didn't. You give him a chance the first time. Hey, we made plans on Friday. You didn't follow through. I just want to let you know that that's not something that I accept. I would prefer if you let me know. That's what you tell him. That's what a mature woman do.
Oh, so
Mm,
did you
Now,
tell
if
him that?
he, yeah,
Hmm.
like I know I've done my due diligence. I did everything I'm supposed to do, and yo ain't. No,
oh, okay.
And he
See,
still didn't respond. He just left you on red.
no. So this is his legacy strike too, because originally he wanted to take. This is how I got the edible arrangements. He wanted to take me out on a picnic on was it Monday or Tuesday when it was kind of warm outside,
mm,
and
That would have been cute.
he said he want to go on a picnic at the park. I think we was going to Memorial Herman Park, one of them nice parks. We're gonna have a picnic, right? So I said, cool, we can do that. And
mm,
so then so cool. We talking throughout the day. Come later on the day, he can't come to the picnic. He didn't say that though, but he ends up, I don't know if he ended up calling me that night or whatever. And I said, well, what happened to him? And he, I'm sorry, I had got busy, woo doo doo. So he will apologize when y'all one on one, but to follow up and let you know he won't do that. So that's the problem. So then he said, give me your address. I'm gonna send you something. At first, I was like, I don't want you to have my address, but then I said, you know what, cool. I like gifts, so I gave him my address. Next thing I know, edible arrangements, $80 edible arrangements. He got me
oh
with
yeah.
the chocolate
Oh,
covered strawberries and the papaya and the honey melon dew, all of it. So I got the little gift. I was like, thank you, baby. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
And
baby.
that's how Right, and that's how we went from there. So then he went followed up with what you doing Thursday.
And then that's when y'all had the great date.
Exactly. That's when
Mm.
we had the great day.
So just to follow up and make sure we all on the same page, everybody. The first date, the picnic date, he messed up and he didn't call you and told you he couldn't be there.
Uh-huh.
And you had to reach back out to him again and ask him
No,
what
no,
happened
no. He called me later on, but
after
see,
it
the
already passed
time
and
limit
everything.
had already passed.
Mm.
He called me later, and he called me like that ain't happened. Like, hey, what you doing? This and that. I said, excuse me, cause like, yeah, he used to women that just let it go on by, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
don't say nothing. So I said, what happened to earlier? Cause what we supposed to be at Memorial in Herman Park, eating pot belly chips and some wine and on a blanket, looking at the stars,
Mm.
bitch, or whatever. What we
Mm.
gonna be doing that?
Mm.
And he said, "Oh yeah," he was like, "Man, I'm so sorry. I swear I'm gonna make it up to you." And some came up with the business and blah blah blah. And so I'm like, all right, whatever. This is, what it is. I didn't really want to go anyway because it was getting cold. That's when we first started getting cold. The weather started getting cold. So I wasn't really tripping, but it's about the transparency. It's about the letting me know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So then he says, "Well, I want to send you something, woo de woo," and he wanted to send it to my office at first because he wanted people to see, but didn't end up doing that. Ended up sending it to my house, and it was an edible arrangement. So I said, "Oh my God, thank you so much. I love it." And he was like, "I want you, like this is the beginning of us, our new journey together, and I'm showing you I'm a man of my word and this and that." And he was talking a big game. So that's how we ended up on the date.
Yeah, let the nigga let him touch grass. Don't talk to that man no more. He good.
Thank you, Zach. Because one thing about Sean Marie, I'm gonna stand on business. You don't get to play with me more than one time. One time, like all he had to do was say, "Shy, I'm so sorry. I know I made the plans with you, but something come up and I can't come." But like I said, he just was last year ended a long term relationship, almost 10 years with somebody, and from what he said, she left him. She stopped wanting to communicate with him. She basically found her a new man and didn't tell him. So I mean, I feel like he's still more than that lost. So I
He
mean, yeah,
is.
go do that, baby. Go figure that out.
Can I
But
He
like
say
I
is.
said,
He is. He's still working through the motions with that. And someone left him that he's been with for 10 years. And what you explaining is now that you didn't kind of explain all the details, I get why you want to cut him off. I get it. And I get why you are going to cut him off. Not why you because you are. I get it. He's still trying to figure out his value because someone he gave a decade to just left him high and dry. I get it.
yeah, a decade and two children.
Oh yeah, 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 man. Oh yeah, he's
And
still
now
trying to
somebody
do
else
that.
calling them that. He calls them. I mean, don't say that.
Don't say that. Don't say that, man. Don't say that, man. Don't
And
say
then
that.
his ex, she got her body done. She became a BBL baddie and all that stuff. This is his version. I don't know her, but he basically said she just, she stopped. He'd come home from work and she didn't want to have sex no more. I said, well, you knew she was cheating on you. Then she didn't want to have sex no more.
Oh
You
yeah,
know
she
she was
definitely she
cheating
was
on you.
yeah. Oh yeah, she was taking meat from somebody else by then.
She didn't want to have sex. She was cheating, like
Yeah,
plain and
she was
simple.
taking meat. Yeah, yeah, she was
So I
taking
mean,
meat.
but
And
I
that's
mean, he's a great guy.
and you know what?
And
That's
I mean,
wrong of her. That's wrong of her though. She should have did that. She should have left that man. Cause now that
yeah.
cause what it sound like to me, well, you now that you didn't gave the details, the
She
edible
ain't leave
arrangement.
him because she wanted, he was the breadwinner, and
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
she wanted
Yep.
that booty. That she got that BBL.
She
She got
used
them
them,
titties
man.
sitting up. She got
She
her some
used them.
veneers, and then she left him.
She used them. She used them for the glow up, and then she went on to somebody else.
And they got two babies, two little girls at
oh
that. So
man,
men are sensitive about their daughters.
man, we got to pray for him.
Hey, look, I'm gonna
But
put it to you
yeah,
like
great
this.
guy.
He gonna get flipped and turned around too.
Well, ain't nothing good gonna come to her at
Oh, yeah,
all
she gonna get
because
flipped and turned around.
yeah, ain't nothing good gonna come to her because how she went about it. One thing I know is women are very calculated. But this is what I'm gonna tell you women who listen to our podcast. You can be calculated, you can do things in the way that you want to do it. It's going to come back on you in the long run. It's important to do things with the most up wholesome standards, period. It may not cost you your relationship, but it may cost your finances, or it may some with your kids, some with your family members. God's gonna make sure that the seeds you planted, you reap the benefits of that fruit. And I just hope for him, man, because it sounds like it sound like he a high dude. It just sounds like he going through something still. Like, oh man, I
Yeah,
can't make the
he's
people.
definitely he's a good time. I honestly liked him. Like I could see myself being with him. And then, his birthday was coming up and I had looked his birthday date up and I said, "Oh yeah, your birthday's on a Friday." He was like, "Oh my God, you knew that?" He was like, because a lot of time men don't really receive birthday things like women do. So he was really happy that I actually looked up his birthday and I was like, "Well, cool, if you want to do something with me for your birthday, let's go between this date and this date." Because he said he was on a trip for his birthday. So he was, I'm being intentional. Like, So he fumbled the bag, honestly. He fumbled the girl. You know what I'm saying? But if I would tell y'all this, and if he listens to this, I don't know, he might be listening. Who knows? He probably didn't find my social media. Ain't no telling. If he listens to this, you can get a second chance, but your second chance start over from day one. We ain't no the first day don't count no more. You start over
Yeah.
from ground zero and you work your way into it and come better. Like that's it.
Yeah. He gonna have to come correct though. He gonna have to come correct. And he gonna have to be very transparent about some things he going through. And like yeah. He gonna have to keep it, he gonna have to keep it all the way funky with
He
it.
ain't going through nothing, y'all. He just got a divorce after 10 years. That not there being in the house.
They wasn't, yeah, and they wasn't married. But let me add this to you, y'all. He also did lose some close family members due to COVID back to back. So first he lost the family members, close family members, and then he lost, his common law wife, his family. So he's experienced some hurt over the last 4 years between 2020 and 2024.
No, I
So
disagree though, Zach. Zach, you say he ain't going through nothing. For him to bring
now he
he
is being a
getting
hoe though.
no, he's 100% he's doing that, but that's because he's going through something like spiritually, emotionally, and like all that. Because if you meet somebody and the first thing, well, not even gonna say the first thing, but you bringing up your ex and how they did you, you still ain't let go of that hurt. So he's still going through something emotionally and spiritually because he's still trying to figure out if I did all these things, how she gonna up and get new teeth, new body, and then leave me? You wouldn't have it without me. I'm the one who sponsored it. So I'm your sponsor, and then you leave me. He like in his mind, he's still trying to work through that. Like he might have 10 women, but he still hasn't got over that one. Then all these other casualties
Yeah, and
to his
Sean
issue.
Marie won't be your casualty at war. That's why I
They
bowed down
casualties.
gracefully.
But they
That's why I
casualties,
bowed
bro.
down gracefully because whatever you got going on and you ain't being transparent with me, you ain't whatever. I'm gonna bow down gracefully because I will not be one of your casualties at war. And then once you get your emotions together, after you put us all through the bullshit, then you go get with Bethany. No, 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 no. You won't do that to me.
And that's how I go too. What she's saying
Because
is right,
I've
bro.
been
She's
through that.
honest, yeah.
I had a dude years ago that had a whole baby that wasn't even his, and he still stuck around like a jackass and helped her take care of the baby after the baby wasn't even his, and ended up getting scammed about it. And
Mm.
once he got himself right and got his emotions together after he had been dating me and whoever else, he moved on and he about to get married.
Nah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, yeah, he out there slanging that thing like a Texas Ranger. He's slanging that thing, but he going through something, man. He's trying to understand like everything I just said the previous. He's trying to understand it. He don't have no understanding, and unfortunately, you're right, Shy. I mean, he had you gave him opportunity. Now I get it. Why you saying what you saying? Because you gave us all the backstory. And if he listening, hey partner, let me tell you something, man. Don't do that because all you doing, you keep being with this one and that one. All you doing is adding spirits to your life, man. You can be wondering why you can't sleep at night. Hey man, don't do that to yourself, man. Go ahead, get yourself together, brother. Take some time to just you. It's okay to be alone. I know it sucks. I did it for a little while. It sucks, but you're gonna be all right. You're gonna come out better. So just go ahead and do it, partner. Because what you're doing right now, you're gonna always be hurt because you're trying to fill a void that can't be filled.
You be all right, big dog. Don't worry about it. They just voices in the back of your head.
Yeah, he just trying to fill a void that can't be filled right now.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
talking about go ahead and do your thing, bro. I'm opposite of you, brother. Go have fun. Get over
Ah,
it. Go touch them bodies. What? You been
No, man.
solo 10
well, I
years?
mean, it's been
10
a while
years?
though. He
Nigga, you
had
ready
a
to go
whole
have a
year.
ball, my nigga.
He
What?
had a whole year though, y'all.
That don't matter.
Nigga, a year ain't long enough.
That don't
But y'all know what? Look, y'all, I went on his Facebook page and he had all his posts for the last 6, 7 months. That's as far as I went back. Been all hurt shit. I went to know a woman
okay,
don't
I'm
want you
telling
no more.
you. I'm telling you, man.
Hey,
That
look,
man,
Shy. Let
I'm
me ask you this
telling you,
question real
man.
quick, Shy. He look does it look like he in the gym? He working out really hard?
He don't really know. He don't really.
He
He don't
needs to get
have
in there.
he don't have no workout body, but he got like natural muscles from like just he is like he don't work out. Not like
Well,
that. No.
Then he
he
ain't
need to get in
done
that.
yet. He ain't through hurt yet.
Nah, that's
Once
what I'm saying. He need to get
you
in that
know when you
gym, man.
finish hurting when you get to the gym.
He need to get in that gym, man. He need to
That's
get
when
in that gym.
you start getting that, you start looking good, start feeling better, and that's when that real phase come through. He ain't through yet. He's
Nah,
still getting
he
through
gotta
it.
get in that. He gotta get in that gym, man. Hey, yeah, hey Zach, you tell
But
the
then
truth though.
he's telling me, she like, yeah, I said I want my kids to like have something that I invented or like a recipe or something. And I was like, we don't call it Grandma Sha Marie. And he said, yeah, and then Grandpa, and he said his name.
Man, look. He just talking. He just talking.
I
But
know, right? Just
hey
talking.
man, he need
Shut
to.
your
Hey,
ass up.
He got
hey
you over there
partner.
smiling though. You was smiling
Yeah,
hard too. I
I
know
was
you said
grinning from
that.
ear to ear. I was grinning, but I mean, I live in reality.
hey, he needs to. Hey, partner. Whatever your name is, Joe Blow, go get in that gym, partner. Because when you get in that gym, that's when things gonna change. Go ahead, put on whatever song you need to put on. With podcast, preferably us. And
Which I like future. I'm that.
hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. That song that was on repeat for me for 3 months. I ain't gonna lie. Every day in the gym, I'll be in the gym was an hour and a half, 2 hours. They had that thing on replay. Hey, 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 man, yeah. That's what he gonna have to do, man. He gonna have to do that, man. He still ain't over that. He still
Right,
hurt.
and like I said, he lost his family too. Like he lost some
Yeah,
close family members from
yeah,
doing COVID. One of them from symptoms of COVID, and the other one just got sick. Like so he been
yeah. He hurt, man. He hurt, man. We praying for him. We praying for him, man.
All right, for my topic, we ain't gonna be too crazy. It's not gonna be too long, not too. We just gonna ask to have a moment of silence for people that's about to go through the storms here in Texas. Hopefully, we don't lose no power this time like we did last time. Ted Cruz ass better still be in motherfucking Texas. He better not be in no fucking Mexico. Um, we want to say some prayers as a
Oh.
podcast to the people in California still fighting them fires that is homeless
Yeah,
now. That
yeah.
is truly something that is horrible that y'all have to go through, and
Hmm.
don't. It's sad that them fires have been taking that much damage from y'all and taking all those properties and all those homes, and a lot of y'all gonna have to figure out where y'all gonna be moving to and all that stuff. Just don't bring your ass to Texas. Take your ass wherever else you want to go. Just don't come to Texas. We don't want y'all down here no more. We love y'all, and we know there's a hard time. We supposed to be feeling good better for y'all, but it's too many of y'all out here. Y'all raising up the prices around here. But we praying for y'all. We want y'all to get everything back. We sending our donations to the Red Cross. They a little shady sometimes, ain't they? Anyways, we sending them to the Red Cross. Um, we want to pray for y'all. We want to pray for everybody in Houston because we know when this snow come this Wednesday, y'all ain't gonna know what to do. Y'all not gonna know what to do. It's gonna be wrecks left and right. So we're gonna pray for everybody on the road right now because you need
Hmm.
it. We all need it. We're gonna pray to God that He don't let us slip and slide. We make it all the way to the house so we can get underneath them covers and be nice and cold and be mad at our bosses for making us come to work that day or whatever we had to do. So we're just gonna have a moment of silence for everybody that's about to go through something today. Moment of silence for yourselves, and a moment of silence for everybody that's going through something right now. And Hamas finally getting released. All the people that's going through something. Just a moment of silence for all y'all, man. All right, we're gonna get into today's segment. Hey, once again, it's a hell of a segment we had this day for y'all, man. We went from talking about Trump, talking about relationships, talking about how you need to handle and deal with things, and praying for people that we truly love in this world. We want to thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of the Gemstones Podcast. Once again, it's your boy Durst. I'm gonna let my co-hosts exit themselves out.
hey y'all, it's been Sean Marie. Thank y'all for listening to my conversation. This is very therapeutic for me because normally I don't be telling people what be going on with me, but anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for listening. Find us on all our social media platforms, and we out.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you guys for sure for sticking with us, man. Our audience is growing. We appreciate the views and the comments you guys are leaving on Spotify Anchor. Sometime this year we're gonna move into other platforms as well where you guys can catch us on our platforms. You can follow me on Instagram at Flash Parker. I think it's _21. I ain't been on social media. I know some of you guys probably left some stories behind. I plan on getting back on social media sometime in February, maybe March. Um, but you can also reach out to Shy and Zach and give them stories as well, or just go to our email and send us an email. It's podcast@gmail.com. Not podcast, Gemstone Podcast at gmail.com. Gemstone Podcast and email at gmail.com. You can send us some stories. I know you guys probably did send some. I just ain't been on social media in a while, man. But we really do appreciate you guys. We love the growth. 2025 is our year to conquer. We're going to make sure we do what we got to do. We love you guys. Peace, good night, and good morning to wherever you are. Signing out.